friends, Goddess of Awesome here, and today is a big day. It's a profound day. Today I publicly announced on Facebook that I have temporarily disowned my mother. Now, that's not a forever thing, right? I hope, I've not been on Facebook a lot because I have been working a lot, on me. And it sucks up a lot of my time. But today I felt the need to block my mother on Facebook. I have asked her to stop contacting me. I don't need any distractions while I transform into my higher self. And my mom's a great lady. I'm going to do a video on her all about her greatness, because she really is a great lady. However, she has some wounds herself. She has some things she hasn't dealt with, and it manifests in different ways, And I have been helping her for a long time, and I absolutely, positively cannot continue doing that anymore. I'm 39. I'll be 40 next month. So today's a day of courage. Today is a day of courage. Today is a day of honing in on me, clarifying to myself my intentions, and clarifying to others what is not permissible any longer. So I wanted to talk a little bit about a movie I watched yesterday with my sister. She came over, it was her birthday. Now, I never go to a movie theater because I just don't, The last movie I saw was with my sister a year ago on her birthday. And the previous movie I saw was a year before that with my sister on her birthday. That's how often I get to a movie theater. I just don't afford myself the luxury to sit down in a movie theater. And perhaps in future days I will, I had a good time. So we saw A Wrinkle in Time. Wow, did that speak to me? And I'd like to share a little bit with you of what I gathered from that, because I resonated with many of the ideas and insights that were brought forth through that powerful message, cinematic message. So one thing I want to say that I resonated, the first thing I heard that I resonated with was the wound is where the light enters, right? The wound is the entry point of where the light comes in. There's so many of us that are wounded. So many of us have been wounded in various ways, too many ways to name. And our faults, as much as they handicap us and have handicapped us, there is an availability for possibility, right? If we choose to, once we're done feeling what we're feeling the icky energy, feeling the pain, and I believe it's important to feel your pain. Nobody can rush you past the pain process, right? You absolutely have to feel what you're feeling until you're ready to not feel that anymore, and nobody will know what that time duration is except for you, So I'm here to encourage you to, if possible, look your demons in the eyes and push past, move through the pain. For the wound is the entry point of the light. And we are all beings of light, right? I mean, darkness definitely exists, and I'm not going to pay that any mind right now, right? We're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to focus on the light. And we are all illuminous beings of light. We all have the possibility and the availability to shine brighter than we could ever realize. And that's part of my path right now. That's what I'm doing. My greatest wound, being a sexually abused person who's found her way into sex work for 2 decades. Something that has been inhibiting me from living a full, and happy life, inhibiting me from not having a satisfying relationship, right? I don't have a relationship with a man. I've had a few here and there, very small. But each and every single one of those relationships was unattainable for me, because being a sex worker, you can only go so far. You can only go so far with somebody, right? Because you're inhibited by your wounds. Or I have been inhibited by my wounds, you know? So some part in that movie, The Wrinkle in Time, said about your faults being your greatest asset. And I'm paraphrasing, right? I just watched it yesterday. I don't know all the words that was said. I'm just taking with me the messages that resonated with me, you know? That your wounds can be, your faults can be your greatest asset. It can be a great weapon, a weapon for good, right? It can be something that brings you up. It doesn't have to weigh, it does weigh you down, but it can flip, right? It can shift. It can change. It can transmute into something else, you know? The beauty that all of us possess, each and every one of us, that we were born with this innate beauty. So I've definitely felt limited by my wounds, and those wounds have helped create faults, things that I think are imperfect, right? Things that I think people won't love me anymore if they find out. You know, that's a scary thought. People turning their back on you, not wanting to love you anymore because you revealed something that was dark and deep. And that's a very true fear for a lot of us, isn't it? It doesn't matter if your wounds are about sex abuse, sexual abuse, or sex work. You know, maybe your wounds are about emotional pain that come from a different source, you know? Mental pain that comes from a different source, you know? But pain is pain, right? No matter where and how it manifests. So allowing your faults to be an asset, that's powerful. And that's something I'm moving into right now, right? I'm wearing my butterflies right now. I'm wearing all my whiteness, my butterfly. Butterflies are the symbol of transformation, right? A caterpillar does what it does, and then it turns into a cocoon, yeah? And then it shifts and changes, it morphs inside its cocoon, and then when the time is right, it springs forth a whole new being with a whole new ability. Now the caterpillar that was earthbound and bound to the ground has wings, and it can take flight, and it's oh so gorgeous with all its colors and all its radiance and all this new extra beauty that was always inside the caterpillar. It was always there, right? It needed that time to incubate in its cocoon, to shift and change, transmute, transform into a new version of itself. And so that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm definitely in a transformational process, right? I'm transmuting the energies that no longer need to be here with me anymore. I am choosing to let them go and morph into my truer higher self. You know, now what have I had to do? I've had to surrender. I've had to surrender to spirit. I've had to surrender my earthly pleasures, right? I've given up marijuana. In 2 days, it will be 30 days of being clear and free. And I miss it. I'm not going to say I don't. I mean, there's days, even yesterday, even just an hour ago today, I'm like, oh man, I could really smoke right now. That would hit the spot, you know? But that hitting the spot is so short-lived, so temporary, that it's not worth it to me. I have to go forward. I have to move forward. And the only way I'm going to propel forward is if I'm clear and free of all things. So I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol in over 2 years. I've never been a pill popper. So marijuana, that was my thing, you know. So I've let it go. Lovingly have let it go. Surrendered it. And also have surrendered to the process that I'm in right now. You know, I don't know what I'm going to look like in a few months or a few years. I don't know what lessons I'm going to be teaching you or sharing with you then. You know, it might be far different than what I'm talking about now. But now is important. None of that will be possible without this, right? So another thing that was brought up in that movie was being a warrior of light and love. I resonate with that so much. I definitely feel myself and know myself to be a warrior of light and love. I am of light and love. That is what I am made of. That is my truest essence. It's probably yours too. Deep down inside, your truest essence is light and love, you know? So I've had to get out of my own way, right? I've had to put down the marijuana. I've had to make some big changes. I've had to make some scary movements. I've had to take some risks, right? People may not love me anymore. Maybe if I come out and share this or not, right? I don't know. There's a lot of unknown right now, right? A lot of unknown. And the unknown is scary, and so is change. Change is scary too. But I have come to a point where I have absolutely no choice but to move forward. If I didn't move forward, I will crumble in a way that I have never crumbled before. I will be set back so far. I might as well just sign it off. Sign everything off. Sign off my dreams. Sign off ever being able to have a life partner. Sign off even my life practically, because I won't be living if I don't change, you know. So being a warrior of light and love doesn't come easy, but I'm starting to learn it's easier than you realize, or easier than I realized, right? Just speaking my truths, speaking about what I know about, sharing my insights. That may not help every person out there. Maybe not every person out there wants to know. But for those who do want to know, for those who are shifting, for those who are embarking on a whole new significant process of change, an everlasting change, something that will be long-lived, that will serve you for the long term. Isn't it worth it to take a risk? Isn't it worth it to set down the earthly pleasures of that which slow you down, you know? So I just wanted to say that I am here to be who I am. And I am a radiant being of light. I am a star child. I am an effervescent soul of light and love and pure goodness. And I'm here to help encourage you. I'm here to help inspire you, and we can aspire together. Aspire for greatness, because greatness lives in each and every one of us if we choose to reveal it, if we choose to open ourselves up to receiving it, you know. So I'm in a major transformational process. It's still very much the beginning, but I wanted to share with you that what I just said and let you know that I am here to stay. I am here as a beacon of light and love, and it is my purpose to help raise the vibration of the planet. And very similar to the Dalai Lama, I vow to stand for wisdom and for kindness until the misery of the world is dispelled. That is my greatest mission. I am a warrior of love and light. with my shield of peace and my sword of truth. I am moving forward, stepping into who I am, stepping into what I've come here to do. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Today is a day of courage, and I'm embracing it as full-heartedly as I possibly can. I am the Goddess of Awesome. Bright blessings and be well.